Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Earning Our Stripes. As you heard there, a mixture. Ben, there were two highlights played from two different sports from Mizzou. What?
Oh, yeah.
What? What is happening? Two sports? Sports! I'm Brock Gorton.
And I'm Benjamin Duncan.
And you heard the clip with just like fans cheering and the PA guy. That was Kobe Brown slamming down a dunk as Mizzou took care of business against Southern Indiana, 97-91. And then, of course, the other clip needs no introduction if you watch the game. The infamous call?
Yeah, I would say that for sure at this point.
That gave Kentucky the win over Mizzou, 21-17. So the Tigers fall to the Wildcats. We're going to start with that one first, Ben, but beforehand, how are you doing today? How's the morale at Mizzou right now?
That one, that game against Kentucky definitely hurt. And I know for example, at rehearsal today for band, I was hearing a lot of Tennessee by 40s from people, so morale not the best right now.
Well, that's unfortunate, as this was the biggest crowd ever for a Mizzou football game during the Drinkwitz era, as it did crack 61,000. 61,000,
It did.
47 fans, 97% capacity of the stadium. Mizzou still has a path to bowl eligibility. They just got to win 2 out of the next 3. As Ben, do you want to break down this stat line for both teams? It was an underwhelming day for both teams, honestly. Defenses really showed out.
What the heck's going on? Sorry, there we go. Something was going weird on my ESPN tab. Here we go. But stat line for the game. As you heard from Brock, the Wildcats beat the Tigers 21-17. On the Tigers side of the ball, Brady Cook was 18 of 26 with 143 passing yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. And a quarterback rating of...
The interceptions is at least a positive.
Yes. And the quarterback rating of 68.1.
Not great.
Then, on the rushing end, Cody Schrader.
The Shredder.
21 carries. The Shredder Schrader.
Yes.
Had 21 carries, 65 yards, for an average of 3.1 and a long of 15.
Not great.
Brady Cook, 8 carries, 17 yards, 2.1 average for the 2 touchdowns that Mizzou had scored against Kentucky. So at least there was some positive that came out of Brady Cook running the ball. Then we had Luther Burden, 2 carries, 9 yards. And our punter, Jack Stonehouse, with 1 carry for 3 yards. And then everyone else doesn't really matter. Receiving-wise, Luther Burden had 6 receptions for 60 yards. Barrett Bannister, 5 receptions for 47 yards. Mekhi Miller with a spectacular catch, as always it seems, with this freshman. 1 reception for 25 yards. The running back who they had playing in place of Nathaniel Pete, Taj Butts, 1 reception for 10 yards. And then Cody Schrader, 4 receptions for 1 yard. And, then we had 2 lost fumbles by the Tigers. Barrett Bannister and Brady Cook both fumbled and lost the ball. In terms defensively, though, DJ Coleman leading the way with 9 total tackles and half a sack and 2 tackles for loss. Chad Bailey following up DJ Coleman with 7 tackles for TFL. Jalen Carlisle's for 6 total tackles. In total, we had 6 sacks this game, with Darius Robinson leading the way with 1.5. And we had 11 tackles for loss, and Darius Robinson being the one that had the 2.5 tackles for loss to lead the way as well. Mevis was 1 for 1 on the day, and he didn't kick any extra points. So,
because the Tigers kept going for 2.
Yes. In which we did get one of those 2-point conversions, but we didn't get the other.
Here is total team stats. First downs for the Kentucky Wildcats, 15. Your Tigers, 12. Kentucky, 6 for 16 on third down. Missouri, 2 for 13. Fourth down efficiency. Kentucky didn't go for it. Mizzou, 1 for 4. Total yards, Kentucky, 252. Mizzou, 232. Passing yards, 170 for Kentucky. 143 for the Tigers. We already went over completions for Brady Cook. He was 18 for 27. Will Levis was 13 for 19. No interceptions. However, 3 touchdowns.
I will say Will Levis has, after looking at his picture online, a very punchable face.
Nice, Ben. Very nice. Rushing-wise, Mizzou beat Kentucky on the ground as Kentucky had 41 rushing attempts for 82 yards. Tigers had 34 rushing attempts for 89. Penalties, Kentucky 12 penalties for 84 yards. Mizzou 7 penalties for 71. No turnovers for the Wildcats, 2 for the Tigers. Wildcats edged out the Tigers in time of possession by 2 minutes. 31-05.
Would you like me to go over Kentucky's
25.
stats?
I'd rather not. I'd rather not make myself upset. So,
I will say, stat-wise, though, for Kentucky, their punter, Colin Goodfellow, 6 punts for 238 yards, and 2 of those being within the 20, with a long of 50 before he got injured on that crazy play. And then, honestly, after reading some articles about him and everything, he is out for the season, guaranteed. And even though he's not on our team, I feel bad for the guy and hope that he eventually gets better, because I've been seeing from what the Kentucky's head coach was saying is that this injury, while it has put him out for the season, he might be done playing football altogether. So
wouldn't have been an issue had he not tried to kick it. And then
yeah,
the Tigers
hopefully he can maybe get better.
But I'm sure many Mizzou fans are going to have that as the main reason that Tigers lost on Saturday. But
yeah,
for me, it's really the 2 for 13 on third down.
Mm-hmm.
That is the main killer for me, and also the 2 turnovers by the Tigers. And those 2 fumbles. I'm not just laying it at the feet of the refs for that one call when the Tigers didn't really put up that much of more of a fight. They should have put up more of a fight than they did, honestly.
Yeah.
Tigers fall 21-17. Of course, the next game up on the list for the Tigers, Ben, is one that we're going to be at.
Let's go.
This week. We'll get more into that later. It's now time to shift gears over to basketball. What?
Oh?
What? Mizzou basketball? Huh?
Yo?
As Mizzou had the season opener against the Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles and pulled off the 97-91 win. Holy crap, Mizzou basketball won and had the highest attendance in over 5 years for Missouri, with 10,723 fans getting into Mizzou Arena for 71% capacity. For reference, capacity for Mizzou Arena is 15,061 fans. The student section was in force for this game. This might be the most energized I've seen at least the student section wise, for a basketball game in a while. And they're showing up, and then there's, I mean, you saw the pictures online, Ben. There didn't look like there was an empty spot in that student section. It was about as packed as it could be in there. The Antlers were in full force.
I did see that. Haven't heard from them in a while, but we finally saw them turn out.
Would you like me to do team stats on this one for you, Ben? For the hardwood. Alrighty, we'll go to the box score. Your leading score for your Missouri Tigers was, oh my God, please stop jumping all over the place, was Kobe Brown, 20 points on the day. Behind him was Gilman and East with 12. Golston and Hodge with 11. Honor, which might be my new favorite name on the team, by the way, with 10. Carter with 9. Carter with 8. Shaw with 9. And Mosley with 4 for your Tigers for 97. Leading the way for the Screaming Eagles was their guard. So I pull up his first name so I don't butcher it. Jelani Simmons from Columbus, Ohio. As a team, the Tigers shot 71% from the field. Screaming Eagles shot 75% from 3. Tigers shot 25%. Screaming Eagles shot 50%. Field goals overall, Tigers 47.9. For the Screaming Eagles, 48.3. Oh, my bad. That first one was free throws. As the Tigers were 20 for 28. Southern Indiana, 18 for 24. So, not terrible. Mizzou gets a win. They take on Penn this Friday at home as the Quakers come to Columbia. Thoughts on the Mizzou basketball getting the dub, Ben? 1-0 on the year.
I know that while we're not feeling here on campus, at least from what I've heard, the morale's not the best for football, but a lot of people have been talking about the basketball team here on campus. And for example, here while I was at work tonight, before getting on here to talk with you, there was quite a few people that were talking about going to the game on Friday. So people are talking about the basketball team, yes.
Well, that Sunday they take on in-state opponent Lindenwood as the Lions come to Como for a 5 o'clock tip on Sunday. What time do the Chiefs play Sunday?
Let's see.
I got you.
They play at noon.
So it should be unopposed by... Mizzou basketball should be unopposed by the Chiefs game. So Tiger Nation and Rock Nation, get the hell out there. Support this team, man. I like them. I like this team. Do I think they're going to be, amazing? No. Do I think they have a chance to go to the dance? Yeah, sure, why not? I think Mizzou has a chance to go to the dance every year. And Dennis Gates got a hell of a reaction when he came out of the tunnel from the student section and the fans in attendance. So he picks up his first win as the head coach in his first game as the head coach of the Missouri Tigers. But we're not done with basketball yet, Ben. Because the women's team played.
Oh, that's right.
And took care of business. That's right, I said business. Against the Missouri State Bears.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what that means, Ben. It's time to gloat over little brother again. So go ahead.
Can take the L.
Go ahead. Start gloating on him.
You're bad. Get good. You almost beat Arkansas, but we might do better against them.
Well, that was football, not.
We have a better women's basketball team than you do. Yeah, that's all I've really got. I don't know.
All right. At Great Southern Bank Arena, 3,586 packed into the 11,000-seat arena in Springfield to watch the Missouri Tigers defeat the Missouri State Lady Bears 68-51. Your leading scorer for your Missouri Tigers, Haley Frank from Stratford, Missouri. I'm going to be honest, I don't know where Stratford is.
Springfield, basically.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right outside of Springfield.
The leading scorer for the Missouri State Lady Bears was Capria Brown with 9 points. So, not a great sign.
It's funny, that was basically a homecoming game for her.
Yeah. Tigers get the win on this one. They looked good last year. Not gonna say,
or at least ever since I've been here for school, the women's team has always looked better than the men's team.
Yeah, I can see that. Do I know any of these girls are on this team? No. Like, I'm looking at it now, there's a Cronky on our team. I hope she's not related to Stan. She's from Columbia, Missouri, too. She had 2 points, a rebound, and an assist. So, there's also appears to be sisters, it looks like. The Linthicum sisters. Sarah. And, oh, come on. Let's see. That one's Sarah. I'm going to say... Oh, Micah. Yeah, they're sisters. 100%. All right. Yeah, they're both from Jeff City, so... that's cool. Mizzou's got a pair of sisters on the team. Micah is slightly older than her sister Sarah, so, yeah. And there you go. Don't say we don't ever talk about Mizzou female sports. Because we just did. We'll talk about them more when it's softball season. Because the softball team fucks. I guess we should just prepare to talk about hell, shouldn't we?
Before we go over that, Brock, there was a contract extension this past week.
Please talk about it so I don't have to talk about this game just yet.
Head football coach Elijah Drinkwitz had his contract extended through the 2027 season, making him the highest ever paid Mizzou football coach in school history. And then something that was very major that I saw while scrolling through the internet over the weekend was where CBS had Mizzou football for bowl game prediction.
I'm glad you saw this as well, because I'm pretty sure I sent you one on Twitter, and it was from a certain bowl.
But the one I saw on CBS the other day was the Liberty Bowl in Memphis against KU.
I have two right here that have Mizzou, still in the state of Tennessee, but in the Music City Bowl, against either Michigan or Minnesota.
Please don't give us Michigan.
I said Minnesota. Oh, Wisconsin, my bad. Although they have other Big Ten team, those are two. They only have three as possible candidates to go to the Music City Bowl. The other one is Purdue. Do you know how much I would love a Mizzou-Purdue matchup? That would be awesome!
The Boilermakers be steaming right on ahead through our team? Who knows?
Not necessarily.
Really?
They're about the same as the Tigers this year.
Interesting.
So, yeah, they just need to win 2 out of 3 and they're bowl eligible. That's it. That's all they need to do.
Yes.
Let's rip this Band-Aid off, shall we?
Well, let's go on ahead and rip the Band-Aid off.
So, Tennessee Takeovers this weekend, Ben. Are you excited?
Let's go!
Yeah!
Yes!
Yeah!
Let's go!
As me and you will invade the state of Tennessee by way of the state of Missouri and Indiana and Illinois and for me, Kansas.
Huh?
Yeah. Because I'm coming from Kansas.
Because we're going through
Southern Illinois.
Yeah, you'll be going through part of Kansas, then Missouri, then Illinois, a little sliver of Kentucky, and then into Tennessee.
Forgot about Kentucky as well. I thought where you wanted to go was in Indiana.
No.
It's not?
I was just looking at it, though, but just depending on time and everything, we'll decide, but the place where I was thinking of was in Illinois, not Indiana,
okay.
so...
My bad. Still, that's a lot of states to cross through. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
My bag is packed right now. My duffel bag is off camera. You can't see it right now. It is packed. I have probably more stuff than I need. I have what I'm wearing for the Mizzou game, which it's going to be a cold one.
It was saying that it's going to be game day weather of 53 degrees.
And that's the high.
Oh.
So, that's the high for the game.
Oh, looking at our route right now, there's also a wildfire warning on our route at the moment, too, so...
Lovely!
Maybe that can be taken care of by the time that we will be leaving Friday morning.
But I have what I'm wearing for the Mizzou Tennessee game. I have what I'm wearing for the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. In case you forgot, folks, we're going to that one as well. Ben, what are you wearing for that one?
For the Broncos-Titans game, I will be wearing my all-orange Nick Foles Bears jersey. It is not a orange Broncos jersey. It is a Nick Foles jersey because I'm pretty sure he hasn't done anything bad to either of these two teams that I know of. I don't know.
Nick Foles plays for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You may
I can't remember.
You may as well just go in a Kelsey jersey, man.
But would I rather be heckled by a bunch of Titans fans after we had beat them in the previous week? Who knows?
I don't know. I'm going in an Earl Campbell jersey. Throwback Oilers. With a throwback Oilers hat. And jeans for both games. And boots. I'm looking like a right redneck for these games.
For me, it'll be game time decision what jersey to wear.
And, Mr. Ben, they have been purchased. They are in the bag right now. Should Mizzou pull off a fucking upset over number 5 Tennessee, the cigars are in my bag and ready to go.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Pack watch.
But we're probably not going to smoke them in victory. I'll probably smoke mine in just sadness out on the deck. because we're Mizzou fans. We can't have anything nice. On that depressing note, it's now time for the predictions. Going into this game,
Do you want to go through some of the numbers for this game before those predictions?
I will first go with the percentage that people are giving Mizzou to win. Mizzou has a 7.2% chance to win. So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Not a great chance, but there's a chance. Yeah. Go ahead and go through these numbers. Whoosh. Whoosh. That's all I have to say.
Do you want me to get to the spread for this game, or
we will get to that later. If you will list off the Tiger stats, I can list off the Volunteers stats.
For your season leaders for Mizzou, we have Brady Cook, 163 of 248 passing with 1,795 yards, 6 passing touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Rushing leader, Cody the Shredder Schrader, has 111 carries for 509 yards and 5 touchdowns. Receiving leader is still the one and only Dominic Lovett with 45 receptions for 659 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. Mizzou team stats, points per game.
No, we'll get to that comparison later.
Okay.
The Tennessee Volunteers counter with the probable winner of the Heisman Trophy, Hendon Hooker, at quarterback for them. 197 for 252, 2,533 yards, 21 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. On the ground, it's Jalen Wright, 113 carries, 547 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And their leading receiver, Jalen Hyatt, with 20. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. 51 receptions, 970 yards, 14 touchdowns on the year for the Tennessee Volunteers, coming into this game 8-1, number 5 in the nation. If you will, Ben.
Very angry after their loss the week prior.
If you will give the Mizzou team stats, I will give the Tennessee team stats.
Team stats for Mizzou, points per game, 23.1.
For the Tennessee Volunteers, it's 45.3.
Points allowed per game for Mizzou, 21.4.
Tennessee, 21.7.
Total yards passing for the Tigers, 203.2.
For the Tennessee Volunteers, 335 yards, 0.8.
Total rushing yards for the Missouri Tigers, 146.9.
187.9 for the Volunteers. Defensively, the Tennessee Volunteers are only allowing 295.9 passing yards and 97 rushing yards.
I think there was some sort of glitch or something there because I hadn't heard you there, Brock. But yards allowed for the Missouri defense, 192.4 passing yards and 112 rushing yards.
Common opponents for both teams. Kentucky defeated Florida 38-33. They defeated Kentucky 44-6, and they lost to Georgia 23-13. For comparison, the Tigers lost to Florida
27-13.
27-13, my bad. Ben, can you give me the results of those common opponents that I just listed off?
All right, so Mizzou had lost to Georgia 26-22. We had lost to Kentucky 21-17.
Florida.
In Florida, we lost to them 24-17.
So, no common opponents Mizzou has beaten that Tennessee hasn't, as Tennessee has not played South Carolina or Vanderbilt this year yet. So, let's get into the spread for this game here, Ben. Tennessee is a 20.5-point favorite at home. The over-under is 57. Not great.
Jeez.
Not great for the Tigers. So, however, with that being said, I am confident the Tigers will not lose by 20.5. That I will place a $20 bet on the Tigers when we get to Tennessee. Because sports gambling is legal in the state of Tennessee. That being said, it's time...
It should be in Missouri, but...
Let's not get into that now. Let's get into the over-under game, Ben, shall we?
All right.
Over-under, Tennessee, 45 points scored. The Mizzou defense has only given up 21.4 this year, on average. Under?
Under 45 points.
All right. The Missouri Tigers, 23 points.
Over.
523 total yards for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Over.
350 yards in total for the Missouri Tigers.
Over.
3 turnovers by the Missouri Tigers.
Under.
1 turnover for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Over.
Cody Schrader, 60 yards rushing.
Over.
Brady Cook, 150 yards passing.
Over.
Dominic Lovett, because he didn't really get him a lot of receptions last week. 75 yards receiving.
Under.
And finally, Hendon Hooker, 300 passing yards.
Over.
It's now time to predict if we think the Tigers are winning. We're not that delusional, are we?
I would hope not.
It basically comes down to, do you think Mizzou's going to play it as close as they did against Georgia? Which, I don't know about your answer.
I have my prediction.
All right.
Tennessee 38, Mizzou 24.
I was getting ready to say Tennessee 28 or 38 as well.
Because that would be a 14-point win for the Volunteers, and you would win your bet still.
However, I will go with Tennessee 41, Mizzou 21, because that means Kentucky only wins by 20, or Tennessee only wins by 20, and not 21, so I win the bet. However, that also means no Mevis kicks, except field goals. So there you go. Ben's having 38-24. I have Mizzou losing 41-21. Which are very realistic scores, honestly. Although, hang on. Okay, let me revise. Because the Mizzou defense is incredible.
Yes, it's just every time that the Mizzou offense is on the field, they either score, which is very unlikely, or that they end their drive middle of the field and don't do anything and give the ball immediately back to the opposing offense, making the defense extremely tired.
So I will change my answer now to what I think the final score will be, as the Bandit now enters the room, as he knows that he won't really see Dad again after this recording. Hello, Bandits. I love yous.
Bandit.
Oh, okay. Wow, you're like really needy today, huh? Okay, yes, you can get some pets. Anyway, I will revise it, as you can probably hear Bandit now breathing. I will revise my prediction for the score, Ben.
All right.
Tennessee 35. They don't kick any field goals. Mizzou 17. Because Mizzou really likes scoring 17 points.
You're not wrong.
They love scoring 17 points and being like, that's it.
17 points 3 different times.
Yeah. They like scoring 17 points. They're like, that's it. We're not scoring anymore. We're done. We're out of here. So, yeah, there you go. So Ben's going 38-24. I am going 35-17. Both Tennessee wins, but the Tigers don't get completely embarrassed. Which means we're pretty much just... God, it's really going to come down to Arkansas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to come down to the last game of the season where the stadium is going to be most likely packed out.
And it's going to be 2 5-6 teams battling to see who's going to be bowl eligible. Because Arkansas has LSU and Alabama to play.
Oh God.
2 5-6 teams. Who will survive? Who will play in December?
Battle of the Toilet Bowl. Who's going to win?
No, this isn't the Toilet Bowl. That would be like, I don't know, Texas A&M and Vanderbilt this year or something.
Yeah.
This is Mizzou, Arkansas.
Oh God, you're right. We're both gonna be 5-6. Oh.
Unless Mizzou can pull off a miracle against Tennessee and then beat New Mexico State. Yeah. Which, if Mizzou beats Tennessee and goes to 5-5, and then beats New Mexico State and goes to 6-5, and then beats Arkansas to go 7-5, shouldn't they be in the top 25 at that point? It's just one of those, yeah, you played Georgia close, they're the number one team in the nation, you beat a top 25 team, you played close against another top 25 team, and you beat Tennessee. You go ahead, you're in, like at number 25. Just because of how impressive that resume would be.
Yeah.
And then, we lose in the, Liberty Bowl against, Texas Tech or something. In the shootout. No, not even a shootout.
A shootout of 17 points?
A shootout. Well, no, it's a Big 12 defense, so, it's not K-State, thankfully. Anyway, are we going to any basketball games this year, Ben? Mizzou basketball trip?
I don't know. I don't watch basketball, so who knows?
You're breaking the illusion, man.
We will see, maybe. Who knows?
The answer is yes. Ben will totally go to a Mizzou basketball game this year.
Yes. Maybe not this month, or because of me being so extremely busy, but...
Yeah, I mean, let's look at the Mizzou schedule. You're not going to go to the Kansas game?
When even is that one?
December 10th?
Mizzou basketball.
Now you're going to go December 10th against Kansas? How about December 4th against Southeast Missouri State?
Yo, Kansas is ranked 5?
Yep.
Well,
yes, currently Mizzou has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ranked teams on the schedule for basketball.
Yo, we play Coastal Carolina?
I know, I saw that too. I'm like, oh, that's a random matchup. How'd that one get decided? Like the Wichita State one. How are we going to Wichita State? What? Huh? Explain. How are we going to Wichita?
Oh, that's nuts.
November 29th. What is the 29th?
That's a Tuesday night.
Ew. It's a gross day to play basketball, but I am off.
And I have lab that goes till 6.
Yeah, if I'm not bringing Tommy, I'm not going then. Because Tommy doesn't care about basketball either. It would just be funny to bring him to Wichita. That man,
what's in Wichita?
That man hates the state of Kansas about as much as I do, but for different reasons. But that is all we have for this week's Earning Our Stripes. If you haven't watched the promo video for Tennessee TakeOver, go watch it.
Yes, please.
Coined for the Ferryman is the official theme of Tennessee TakeOver by Nickelback. One of my favorite bands of all time. Probably my favorite band of all time, honestly. Love me some Nickelback. Ben will be recording one for, how you're watching us right now or listening to us right now on Elite Tiger Sports. There will be another one, which is more behind the scenes and not more game footage-wise, on B-Card Entertainment, which will probably have a lot more of the Tennessee-Denver game. And not as much as the Mizzou-Tennessee game, because
that's for this. That's for this channel.
It's kind of Ben's territory. We're not going to step on any toes, really. It'll be the B-Card Entertainment's version will be more of the journey and everything else besides the Mizzou-Tennessee game. Mizzou-Tennessee is all that man right there, Mr. Benjamin Duncan, the man who plays in Marching Mizzou, who celebrated Military Appreciation Day with the Tigers by them losing to Kentucky, which, now that I think about it, is probably one of the most, American states that there are. We may be doing a food review. Who knows? Ooh, food review. But, I
will be stopping by the student center because I saw some things where they have, a whole bunch of bags of these.
Of what?
That, the Luther Burden chips that I ate on one of the last Earning Our Stripes podcasts.
I have Mini Truman. He is saying that we are number one, or that we're only going to have one win in basketball. I don't know. Or that we're only going to score 1 point Saturday. Which, how did they even do that?
How?
I don't know. It's Mizzou. They'd figure out a way because...
Or like whenever the scoreboard goofed up during the Georgia game and said that Georgia had 4 points.
Indeed. Huh? Oh, hang on. Before we go, there was a stat that I saw that from a while ago that I'd just like to reiterate. Apparently, according to this poll done, 26% of the Mizzou fan base are bandwagon fans. Who are you 26%? Why do you hate your lives? The rest of us chose this because either there was no better option, we hated the other mascots, or we went to school there. Ben. Me, I chose this. This is my fate. I chose it when I was a little kid because it was the state I lived in, and I liked their colors, and I liked their mascot.
I mean, I was grown up into this too, so I mean, all I've known is this all my life.
So who are you, 26%? I want to hear from y'all.
Because I grew up watching these games, the Mizzou football games on Saturday nights out at my grandparents' house, having dinner over there at their place. So it's just like, who are all of you people that want to be part of this?
Who is a bandwagon for Mizzou? We're not good at any sport, or, to the level of, Duke basketball or Alabama football. No, we're mediocre in everything. Everything. Think about it. When was the last time you watched a Mizzou team win a national championship, Ben? And
Wrestling?
Yeah, that's about it. That's the
gymnastics apparently has like the number one like ranked something for. I can't remember if it was like pole vaulting or something, or it's one of those gymnastics things. But apparently, one of those girls is ranked like number one in the country on that thing, and then we have like or balance beam maybe, I don't know. But then there's like a number 5 rank
it's like
something.
Pole vaulting is track and field.
Or my bad, like balance beam apparently like I can't remember like. Some person on our gymnastics team is number 1 in the country on the thing they do for gymnastics, and another person is number 5 in the country on what they do in gymnastics. So,
well,
I don't know.
In our hearts and minds, Mizzou is number 1. I do have 2 questions that were sent as part of the Q&A session for Big Time Talkers that pertain to Mizzou. I didn't want Tommy to hear these while we were on air.
Yeah.
First one. Hey, Earning Our Stripes, guys. Longtime Mizzou fan here, dating back to the 1992 season. Ooh, you've had some years on this team. In your opinion, since you've been a Mizzou fan, who's the best Mizzou quarterback that you remember watching? Thanks. I mean, my fandom started with Chase Daniel, so I'm like kind of inclined to say
Chase
him.
Daniel.
It's either him
Daniel.
It's either him or the bobblehead that's behind you.
Yeah, right here, Drew Lock.
He might be the GOAT, honestly. No other Mizzou quarterback led the SEC in touchdowns.
Fair.
Yeah.
Chase Daniel didn't wear the all-white sailor hat logo helmet football uniform outfits.
No, but he did rock that just classic Mizzou block end.
Block end.
And also the weird Nike Elite jerseys. Have you seen those from like 2009?
Oh, I think those are weird.
Yeah, they're weird ones. All right, and final Mizzou question. We only got 2 because I guess there's only like 2 Mizzou fans. The other one is, hey guys, which do you see Mizzou getting a or a national championship in this sport first? Hockey or football? Hockey.
Yeah, probably hockey. I always forget we even have a hockey team.
They're not technically not NCAA affiliated. They should be. They're a club team, but they need a rink first. But yeah, it would be hockey, and they're not even an official NCAA sport for Mizzou yet. So that's how bad I think Mizzou's chances of winning a national championship in football are.
Brock, Mizzou Club Hockey is a member of the ACHA and competes at the Division III level within the MACHA Silver Conference in the South Division.
It's not the NCAA Division I against like Minnesota, Michigan, Notre Dame, Wisconsin, Boston College, Boston University. You know.
Oh, no way.
Arizona State, by the way, they have a college hockey team, but Mizzou can't get one. Think about that for a second.
Brock, Friday, the Mizzou hockey team plays against Nebraska.
It should be a 3-game series that they play.
Friday and Saturday, it's a 2-game series. They play against Nebraska.
Bruh. When's the next time they play? I must know.
After Nebraska, the next time they play is in January.
Jesus! When?
They have a bunch of games in January, February, and then there's the national tournament in March.
I don't care. When they play Kansas. That's a big one.
They play Kansas on February 16th.
Where at?
At Kansas.
So it's going to be by me.
For hockey. What is February 16th?
It's got to be a weekend of some sort.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Ew. It's a gross time to play them. Well, you're telling me there's something better to do, and I think they play in, like, Johnson County? Telling me there's something better to do in Johnson County on, like, a fucking Friday, Saturday in February? Whatever. Anyway. We need to get some rest before this long trip ahead of us, Ben.
That is true. I don't have my stuff packed yet, but it will be packed shortly.
May want to get on that, bud.
I'll be good.
As Tennessee Takeover this week, the 11th through the 13th. This is going to be something. This is truly going to be something. We are going to be so tired afterwards.
This is going to be nuts, but the good thing is, even though we're going to be getting back probably late Sunday.
Or early Monday morning.
That too. I don't have classes on Monday, and I just have to be at work by a certain time in the afternoon, and I'm good.
Yep. So look forward to that. Other than that, I've been Brock Gordon.
And I've been Benjamin Duncan.
And slowly but surely, we're earning our stripes. MIZ.
ZOU.
Please don't get blown out by Tennessee. It was so disheartening to watch you get blown out by Kansas State in person.
Georgia game, please. I'll take another Georgia game.
I'll take a South Carolina game. I don't care.
I'll take literally anything, just not K-State.
I will take another Auburn game. I will take us losing in overtime. MIZ.
ZOU.